Namaskar. Priti Kitchen Appliances presents Food A Twist with Guesto Culinary and Hospitality Kitchenan. हांव श्रद्धा शेटये तुमचं सगळ्यांचं मनापासून स्वागत करता. खूपदा हांव रांदता न्ही तेन्ना म्हज्या तकलेन अशे एक वेगळे वेगळे विचार येता. एक्चुअली एक डिश समज तुमी पळयली जाल्यार एक फॅमिली कशी तातूंत वेगळे वेगळे जे इन्ग्रेडियंट्स आसा तांचें एक वेगळेंच नातें आसता. जशी आमटाण आपली खासियत दाखयता तशीच मिरसांग आपली तिखसाण, साखर म्हणटा आपूण गोड. पण जेन्ना आमी हें सगळें एकत्रीत करता तेन्ना एक बरी चमचमीत डिश आमच्या तोंडाक सामकी रूच हाडटा. आनी अशेच डिशीज आज आमी तुमकां ह्या किचनान दाखयतले. पण ते दाखोवपाक आमच्या बरोबर आसा शेफ मारियांका फर्नांडीस. हाय मारियांका.
Hi Shraddha, welcome to the kitchen.
वेलकम टू अ शो अगेन. सो मारियांका म्हाका सांग आज तूं आमकां ह्यो दोन चमचमीत डिशीज खंयच्यो दाखयता?
Today I'm going to show you prawn balcha
ओके.
and I'm going to show you stuffed squids.
वाव. ओके. सो आज तुजी पयली डिश खंयची?
Today we'll start with prawn balcha. Now this recipe is an authentic recipe. It's something which has come down from my grandmother to me. So I'm going to share it with you today in this kitchen.
ओके. ते म्हणटा की आज्जेची रेसिपी आसा आनी आज्जेची रेसिपी और आज्जेचे जेवणाचे आमकां एक अशी एक बरी टेस्ट आसा न्ही जिबेर. आज पळोवया ताजी ही डिश आनी ताजे आयचे आज इन्ग्रेडियंट्स.
So we take our mixer and for the ingredients we have everything over here. So we'll be using 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cloves, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and around 6 to 7 cloves. Now another note that these all are roasted. They are dry roasted, so the flavor comes out more of the spices.
All right. And the chilies, you said that the chilies were boiled.
Yes,
right?
I have parboiled the chilies first in water. The only reason is to give you a smooth paste. You'll get a really smooth paste.
So like balchao is supposed to be preserved. It's like a pickle, right?
Yes.
So when you put water into this chilies, is it still like it'll stay for longer, or how do you work
I have
with the chilies?
actually boiled the chilies and then strained them, so there's no water content absolutely.
Okay.
Hence
So
we
you
are
leave
using-
it on the strainer for a
Yes,
while?
for about an hour or so.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So let's see how you do it.
So we just take 1 teaspoon of each of this.
About an inch of cinnamon.
Yes.
Cloves. आणि म्हाका सांग हातून मीठ ना गो, हातून जस्ट साखर.
We will add salt in it when we are making the final dish. When we are going to add the chilies, we are going to use around 12 to 15, depending on your taste
And
again.
what chilies are these?
These are Kashmiri chilies.
Kashmiri chilies. And you have not taken out the seeds or anything
No.
of it? आम्ही हांगा वापरता प्रिती मिक्सर आणि प्रिती मिक्सराचेर ह्या प्रॉडक्टाचेर 2 वर्सां वॉरंटी आसा, प्लस ताच्या मोटराचेर 5 वर्सां आसा आणि प्रिती मिक्सर आणि तांच्या प्रॉडक्ट्साचेर फ्री लायफ टायम सर्वीस आसा.
Now we'll add a little bit of vinegar to this.
Okay, so we're not using water at all for this?
Not at all, because if we want to preserve it, then vinegar and turmeric is going to help us preserve the balcha.
Okay.
As you can see, it's turned into a smooth paste.
Okay, it's like a creamy, creamy consistency.
Yes.
Right?
This is the
And,
result of the chilies being boiled. If you have dry chilies, it takes much longer. You have to add more vinegar into it.
Okay, okay.
So Shraddha, our masala is ready.
Okay.
So now the next step is, I've taken some prawns, around 200 grams of prawns, which are deveined. Because they are the bigger ones. If you're using the smaller ones, you don't need to devein them.
Okay, and you put turmeric, you've also boiled them?
No, I have not boiled them. I've just put a little bit of turmeric and vinegar.
Okay.
Since we are going to make it today, these kind of dishes, they mature over time. So if you eat them on the third day,
Actually, a little bit of change also in, because I think of the vinegar,
Yes,
right?
because of the vinegar.
Okay.
So the minute you eat this, you will get that pickling taste. That's why.
Okay.
So for
so
an
you
hour,
put turmeric, vinegar, and
salt.
salt. Okay.
And I've left this to marinate for about an hour or so.
Okay.
Then
So
we have chopped onions, 1 large onion.
1 large onion.
Yes. And over here we have some curry leaves and mustard seeds, which will go in a
Tadka.
something like a tadka towards the end.
Okay. And tell me, how many grams prawns are these?
200 grams.
200 grams. Okay, let's start.
So I take my pan,
Okay.
and I've put around 1 tablespoon of oil into it.
Okay. And this is regular oil that you've used?
Yes, regular oil.
Now tell me, if we use coconut oil in this, will it enhance the taste of the dish?
It will.
It will.
It will. It will give it
And
a more
traditionally we
coconut
would
flavor.
use coconut oil?
No.
No.
We use regular oil. Okay. So now that our oil is hot, I'm going to put in the prawns, and we are going to fry them. The reason we are frying the prawns is to take out all the moisture from it, so that if we want to keep it for a longer time, it would be preserved longer. So we are going to take all the moisture out of the prawns. So we need to wait till all the water is absorbed and there's no moisture completely in this, till we add the onions into it.
So we don't fry the onions, we add into the prawns?
Yes. Okay, as you can see, Shraddha, the water has absorbed and it's just the oil, so it's time to add our onions into it.
Do we need more oil to it?
We'll add it in a little while.
Let the onions soften a bit?
Because once we add in the masala, then we need to add a little more oil.
This already smells so good, Marianka. I think the dish
Beginning
is the
stages
final
of
dish,
the-
yeah. It's gonna be.
Now you need to saute the onions till they are a little bit translucent, little bit soft. So our onions are done.
Okay.
Now we add in the masala. So if you could please pass me the masala. Now we add the oil into it, around 10 ml of oil,
Okay.
because generally a pickle has a lot of oil.
Oil and moisture, yeah.
Now if you want, you could make this into a gravy as well, if by adding a little water, if you want to use it for instant use, depending on what you want to use it. If you want to pickle it, this is the consistency that you are looking for, where the prawns are coated with the masala.
Okay. And to pickle, you'll just put it, you'll cool this, you'll put it in a jar and then maybe put more oil to it?
Yes, once it cools down. If you can get the smell of the masala. Once the masala starts to leave the sides, you know that it's cooked.
It's done.
Yeah. Okay, so it's done. Okay, we'll be adding the final tadka once it cools down a little bit. So we'll be using the curry leaves and the mustard seeds.
Okay. So roughly about 25 curry leaves that you are using.
Yes. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of mustard seeds in. The leaves have to be completely dry, and then you just add this into the
सो आता आमची ही बालच्या अशी डिश रेडी आसा आणि रोखडेच आमकां मारियांका ही प्लेट करपाक दाखयतलें.
Okay, Shraddha, before plating, we are just going to check for the salt in case we need to add a little more because we've already added
To
the prawns for marination. So I'm just going to check for salt.
Is it required?
No,
That's not.
because I've added just about enough for the marination. So now for my plating, I'm going to use something different. Okay, I'm going to use a coconut shell and our rice. So I'm going to put in the balcha in this coconut shell, leaving
The
the white. And I'm serving it with rice.
मारियांकन ही रेसिपीच न्ही पण ही डिश आणि ताचे जे प्लेटिंग आसा तें सुद्दां खूब सुंदर तरीकेन केलां आणि लेट मी जस्ट नाव टेस्ट एंड सी म्हाका डेफिनेटली म्हणजे हांव एक खात्री दिवंक शकता की ताजो एक इतलो बरो हांगा घमघम सुटला न्ही की ही डेफिनेटली डिश सामकी बरी आसतली. Very nice, Marianka. All the flavors have really come up together. And then as I said, a dish is like a family, you know. Yes. All the ingredients, they all come together and make it a really wonderful dish.
Correct.
रोखडेच आम्ही अशीच हाणे एक चमचमीत डिश घेऊन तुमच्या खातीर परत येतली. तोपर्यंत तुम्ही पळयत रावात प्रीती किचन अप्लायन्सेस प्रेझेंट्स फूड ए ट्विस्ट विथ गेस्टो culinary and hospitality academy.
मीट मिस्टर शेखर मसालेदार खबर चखते चखते चटपटी चटनी पीसते हैं. मिस्टर शर्मा लाफ्टर योगा के साथ सब्जियां भी स्लाइस कर लेते हैं. मिसेस शर्मा सालसा प्रैक्टिस करते करते आटा गूंद लेती है. सिमरन फेसबुक पर चैट करते हुए फेस पैक पीसती है. क्रिश फुटबॉल खेलते खेलते जूस तैयार करता है. अब किचन में करो थोड़ा और. पेश है प्रीति जोडियाक. चॉपिंग, स्लाइसिंग, ग्रेटिंग, नीडिंग और जूसिंग करने वाला मिक्सर ग्राइंडर. सोच रहे हो कि ये सब कैसे हो सकता है? ये प्रीति है, मेरी गारंटी.
Preeti Zodiac, not just a mixer grinder.
क्या कर रही हो?
चावल पीस रही हूँ.
Well, whose car is this?
Welcome, brother. When did you return from US?
Just yesterday. There's a car outside. Do you have any guest?
Yes, brother. Why don't we talk over lunch?
You've prepared a lot of varieties. They're so tasty. What's the occasion?
My son has come back.
Who were you talking about? That race fella?
He's not a waste fellow anymore. He's an F&B manager in a star hotel abroad. He's
Oh.
taking care of his family as well.
How was that?
Hi, uncle.
How was that possible?
Uncle, my mom has joined me in Gesto Culinary and Hospitality Academy. After finishing 3 years course, my life has changed.
I'm so happy for you.
This is only because of Gesto.
Creating finest leaders. Join Gesto Culinary and Hospitality Academy. For admissions, call 0832 2901 International certification. Bank loan available. Our branches: Hyderabad, Goa, Salem, Madurai.
We welcome you all to the world of Gesto. We as a Hotel Management Institute, we are one of the pioneers in setting up hotel management academies in Goa, and we are the only institute having 2 centers at North Goa as well as South Goa. Every year we trained around 300 students at both our centers, and we ensure that they are given the best of training with our state-of-the-art infrastructure, and we ensure that they also are placed in the best of starred hotels in India and abroad. We also wish those aspirants who wish to take up hotel management as their career to come and join us. Welcome to the world of Gesto once again. as we help in creating world's finest leaders.
तुमकां सगळ्यांक म्हजो माये मोगाचो येवकार परत एकदा विथ प्रिती किचन अप्लायन्सेस प्रेझेंट्स फूड ए ट्विस्ट विथ गेस्टो कलिनरी अँड हॉस्पिटॅलिटी अकॅडमी. आतां आमी अदळ पयली ती एक बालचाव डिश मेड फ्रॉम प्रॉन्स. आतां पळोवया आमची नेक्स्ट चमचमीत डिश खंयची ती फ्रॉम मारियांका फर्नांडीस. मारियांका, टेल अस अबाउट युअर नेक्स्ट डिश.
So we are going to use another seafood today.
Okay.
We are going to use squids, also known as calamari. Okay. Now most people don't know how squids are cleaned.
Okay.
So I have cleaned some squids and kept there. If you could just show it to me. Okay, so generally on squids they have like a skin which is reddish in color, which you need to take out.
Okay.
Inside there will be some like a plastic sheet which needs to be taken out, and they have tentacles.
Okay.
Now inside those tentacles we'll be using the tentacles in the stuffing.
Okay. So you've also chopped the tentacles, right? Yeah. Okay. And then when you remove the tentacles, you also take out the eyes and the ink that is there inside.
Correct. That's right.
Okay. Okay. Manika, tell me, I know that this ink is not poisonous and it is used in one of the spaghetti.
Yes, correct.
As a pigment to color the spaghetti. And where does it originate from?
This particular spaghetti originates from a place called Sicily.
Sicily. Yes. Okay. Okay. And it is not at all. It can be used, but we are not using it today.
Yeah, we are not
but even
using it.
Filipinos, I think they use this
Yes, they do.
ink in their food.
Most people who use seafood in their dishes practically use the entire product that they are using, from the skin to the. They use the skin probably for the broth to make a soup, etc.
Okay. Let's see your method.
Yes. So for the stuffing masala, we are going to use again Kashmiri chilies.
Okay.
Now these chilies are boiled
Okay.
and the moisture is taken out from them. The seeds remain. We are going to use a little bit of port wine
Okay.
in making our masala.
Okay. Is this a regular thing to use a port wine, or is this your
No,
twist?
it's a twist to the recipe.
To the recipe.
Generally people use vinegar. Then we have garlic and ginger.
Okay.
We have around 1 teaspoon of tamarind, which is easily available in the market.
Yes.
1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the spices that we are going to use.
Okay.
in
That's
our-
cardamom,
yes,
cinnamon, cloves, and pepper.
pepper. And again 1 teaspoon of each.
Okay.
Yeah, and this would be around 1 inch of cinnamon, or you could use it as powder form also, whatever.
Okay.
you
And
is
this
your-
you've all dry roasted again?
Yes, they've all been dry roasted. The reason we dry roast is again for the flavors to come
To
out.
come out. Okay. As I think they release their oils, right?
Yes.
Okay. And turmeric.
Yes.
So I also see vinegar here. That's coconut vinegar, right?
Yes, that's
And you're going to
coconut
use both of these.
Both of these. So 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of cardamom, 1 teaspoon of sugar. Again, sugar you put according to your taste. Generally, people do not add sugar to it
Okay.
if they like spicy food.
Okay.
The
But
garlic.
I think I've tasted this dish in many restaurants, and this happens to be my personal favorite. So I've seen that it's very savory, sweet. It has all the flavors into.
And different textures as well.
Okay.
So you have a smooth paste inside, and
yes.
outside
Also
it's
the-
kind of
And how many chilies go into the
around 10 to 15. Again, depending on your taste.
paste? How many spoons of the wine?
We'll put around 10 ml. 10 ml of wine.
Okay. Marika, can you tell us what does this wine do to the dish, or can we replace it with lemon juice? The ones who don't want to have liquor into their dish, can we use like lemon, squeeze lemon? What is the purpose of using this wine?
The purpose of using the wine is simply to add a different flavor to the
Flavor to
dish.
it.
Otherwise, all our masalas that we use in the kitchen generally taste the same. They have a very
So it's
little
a variation,
difference.
yeah.
Yes, it's a
Okay.
variation.
So it could be skipped. It could
Yes.
even if you don't want to. Edit,
It's
you could-
optional, basically.
Optional, basically. Okay. जशें तुमी हांगा पळयतले आमी परत एकदा हांगा प्रिती मिक्सर वापरता आणि प्रिती मिक्सर हॅपन्स टू बी द नंबर 1 ब्रँड फॉर मिक्सर एंड ग्राइंडर इन इंडिया.
And there you have it, a smooth paste, red color paste. Okay, Shraddha, I have made a paste and already kept.
Okay.
As you can see, the paste dries up.
Okay.
So when we are making the chili fry for the inside the stuffing, we'll add a little bit of water and get it to the consistency required.
So this is the consistency that we need, like it's
Yes.
very smooth paste
Correct.
like consistency. Okay, let's see your method.
Yes. Okay, so we take a pan,
Okay.
we heat it up a little bit. So for our filling, we have one large onion and we have the tentacles that are chopped up.
Okay.
Okay, that is the inside of the
Okay.
squid.
Now, Marianka, I want to ask you one question is that many a times I also have eaten, as I said, this was my personal favorite. I've eaten prawns into as a stuffing. So, if somebody say doesn't know how to clean these tentacles, could they use like small prawns as a filling or any other option to as a filling to the?
They could use prawns. In some places, they even stuff it with rice, and we add in some oil. So I will be adding in my onions. We need to cook these onions till they are nice and soft. Okay. Then we will add in the masala.
Okay.
Even squids, you get big ones, like the bigger size.
Yes.
So that can be used as a main course or a main dish in itself. These are now smaller squids,
ones.
so you could serve them as an appetizer.
सो जशें तुमी हांगा पळयता मारियांका आमकां आतां हे स्क्विड्स आसा ते आमकां स्टफ करून आमकां एक नवी स्टार्टर अशी डिश आमकां दाखयतले आनी खुबदां आमी रेस्टॉरंटान वता तेन्ना एटलिस्ट म्हाका ही डिश खूब आवडटा आनी आज मारियांका आमकां तें करपाक शिकयतलें सो लेट्स सी द मेथड हाव इट इज डन एंड प्लीज टेक अ नोटबूक रायट युअर रेसिपीज एंड आमकां डेफिनेटली सांगात की ही डिश तुमकां कशी लागता ती.
Now you add in a little more oil because we are going to put in the masala. Again, the masala depends on your taste, how much of masala you want to add into it. In this dish, we are going to add a little bit of water to bind the entire thing together. Okay, so it becomes like a nice filling, thick, nice filling.
Okay, it has a lot of moisture also.
Correct. So around 20 ml of water.
Do we add salt here or you've already added enough salt for the grinding?
I've added salt in the grinding. Again, at the last stage, we will check in the salt. Okay, as you can see, Shraddha, it's starting to thicken. Okay. At this stage, we will add the tentacles to it. Now, because the tentacles are cut into smaller pieces, it's going to cook really fast. So it will take another 5 minutes.
So Mayanka, many times when we cook the squids, these happen to be a little, chewy or like a little stiff.
Yes.
So is there a way of cooking this? Is it like that you put it off like faster? It'll be less chewy or what? Is
It depends on how you cook it.
Okay.
If you cut it into smaller pieces, it cooks faster. If you cut it into roundels, you can deep fry it. And if you serve it whole, then you generally shallow fry it. So at this stage, you can see it all coming together, right?
Okay.
So we need to leave it to cool so it thickens because we need to stuff it ultimately. So it needs to be nice and thick.
All right.
At this stage, you could add in a little more salt.
Okay. So आमची ही आता जी स्टफ स्क्विड्स रेसिपी आसा ती ऑलमोस्ट रेडी आसा पण जशें मारियांका म्हणटा की ती मातशी ड्राय जावपाक जाय आनी एकदां आमी गॅस बंद केलो की मातशी ती ड्राय जातली बिकॉज ताका ती स्टफ करपाक जाय आनी जनरली ते म्हणटा की जेन्ना ही थंड जातले तेन्नाच ती सारकी बरी वेवस्थीत ती स्टफ करूं शकतले.
So you need to take your squid like this. It has a pocket. Okay. Just take it over your. Again, these are marinated with a little bit of salt.
ओके.
Pre-marinated with salt, and you stuff them. Okay. So you just need to fill it and then just press it down like how you have a piping bag. So you get it till the end. Okay. Then I have some toothpicks over here,
Okay.
and with the help of a toothpick, I'll just secure all the filling. So how would you do in a needle and a thread?
Yes.
You just need to do that.
Okay.
So all your filling is
So
inside.
is like inside. Okay.
And we had kept some masala aside, right?
Yes.
So we're going to add in this masala to it. And we're going to cook the squids in it. The reason I want to make a sauce is because the squids will cook faster.
Okay.
So into this we will add the squids. You leave the toothpicks on itself because otherwise the filling will tend to come out.
And how long would it take to cook? About
Takes around 10 minutes to cook. 10 minutes.
and I don't think it will require more time because the stuffing is already cooked, right? So
Yes.
it's just
So
the
it's
cover
the-
that needs
correct.
to be cooked.
That's right.
I think this will also work as a side dish with rice and then a starter also because it has a lot of sauce and stuff.
But again, we want the sauce to dry and coat the
The
squid.
squids. Okay. So it's a dry dish
Dry dish.
with enough moisture into the filling.
Correct. So even when you cut into the squid, you will have like all the liquids coming out. So it's still nice and moist.
सो जशें मारियांका म्हणटा ही डिश करपाक एक 10 मिनटां लागता आनी जांकां असो टायम ना सगळें कूक करपाक एकत्रीत तांच्यांनी ही डिश लायक तांचे जे टेंटिकल्साचें जाणें तें एक मिश्रण तयार केल्लें जें ताणें स्टफींग म्हणून यूज केलां तें तुमी एक प्री करून दवरूं शकता आनी जेन्ना तुमचे गेस्ट जस्ट अरायव जावपाचे आसा ऑर तुमी ते स्टफींग तातूंत घालून अशें टूथपीक लावन बी सगळें करून तुमी ते रेडी दवरूं शकता फ्रिजान आनी जेन्ना तुमचे गेस्ट जस्ट येवपाचे आसा न्ही तेन्ना तुमी ते तव्यार घालपाक शकता सो दॅट युअर गेस्ट वील हॅव समथींग नायस फ्रेश एंड हॉट टू ईट
Now for the plating of this, since it's such a dish that contains a lot of spices and masalas into it, we're going to do a simple plating with fresh lettuce.
Alright.
Okay, so to give it a little bit of freshness to the dish.
I think also it will serve as a salad, right?
Yes.
To the dish.
You could add a dressing as well if you would like.
Okay.
To the
No, but I think this dish in itself has so much of flavor into it. I don't think we need any.
Nobody would want to eat
Yeah,
a salad
yeah.
with the dish. And your stuffed squids.
Alright, thank you, Marianka. This really smells very good. So आता आमची ही दुसरी डिशूय रेडी आसा. These are stuffed squids आणि हाजो एक बरो घमघम सुटला सारको. हांव रोखडीच ही डिश आतां टेस्ट करून पळयतलें. Marianka, as I said, this dish is my personal favorite and you've done complete justice to this. You know, and you've presented this so well. So every time I come to this kitchen, I see that not only the dishes are good, but also the presentation is equally important, is what you teach us here. Thank you, Marianka, for showing us two innovative dishes, and they both dishes are very flavorful. आज तुम्ही पहिले हांगा दोन डिशेस एक म्हणटा ते प्रॉन बालचाम आणि दुसरी म्हणटा ती स्टफ्ड स्क्विड्स दोन्ही डिशेस सामक्यो फ्लेवरफूल आशिल्ल्यो एक आशिल्ली जी तुम्ही प्रिजर्व करू शकता आणि अशेंच आमी तुमकां परत नव्यो नव्यो फ्लेवरफूल डिशेस दाखयतले ह्या किचनान तो पर्यंत तुम्ही पळयत रावात प्रीती किचन अप्लायन्सेस प्रेझेंट्स फूड ए ट्विस्ट विथ गेस्टो culinary and hospitality academy.